Hey guys, welcome back to Motoroids. My name is Vipul and today we have with us the Hero Xoom 125. Now this is a more powerful version of the Xoom 110 that was launched last year, and in this video we're going to tell you everything that you need to know about this scooter. The design, the performance, the ride quality and the fuel efficiency and all other details that you need to know. So let's get started. So let's start with the design first. Now the design of the scooter has been inspired by the Falcon. And if you look at the apron closely, this part right here has been inspired by the eyes and the beak of the Falcon. If you look at the light setup, you have the DRLs right here. You have a projector LED headlamp. This is the low beam and these lights act as the high beam. Let me show you. That's how it works. And you get sequential LED turn indicators, which are a first in this segment. Now the scooter gets 14-inch alloy wheels. At the front, you get a 200 pedal disc on the higher variants. And this right here, these studs that you see, they are a design element. And on this side, you'll see this Xoom 125 stickering. This is a 110 by 80 section tire, MRF zappers. Now on the side you have this panel with the 125 sticker, and this does resemble the TVS N-Torq a little bit. You have a nice large flat footboard right here, and you have a lot of space for your feet. You also get a main stand and foot pegs that click in nicely. Moving to the rear, you have this exhaust, and if you come to the rear, you'll see this gap between the exhaust and the wheel. There's a lot of space for the wheel to be removed. If there is a puncture, you want to repair it, it can be easily removed. And at the rear also, you get a 14-inch alloy wheel, and here also you'll see the studs as well as the Xoom 125 sticker. And the rear tire is a 120 by 70 section tire. On the side panel, you'll see the Xoom X-Tech branding. Here you have the body color plus this matte gray finish, and you have a darker gray finish right here. So like you have three different colors going on the body panel. You also get body colored grab handles and a nice big seat. As you can see, for the rider, you have a lot of space to move around. The cushioning is also nice and soft, and you have enough space for the pillion as well. However, for the pillion, the seat could have been a bit longer, and as you can see, the rider side takes up a lot of space, leaving very little room for the pillion. Now at the rear, you get these twin tail lights. These are not indicators, but they are a set of two, and this is what it looks like when you hit the brakes. At the rear also, you will get sequential turn indicators. You also get an external fuel filler lid, which can be opened with the key remotely, so you don't have to get off the scooter when you want to fuel up. Also, an interesting feature here is that if the fuel lid is open and you turn the scooter on, you will hear this beep as a warning to warn you that the lid is still open. Once you close the lid, the beep goes off. For your reference, the fuel capacity is 5 liters. Now, let's take a look at the boot. The boot can be opened with the key right here, and you have 17 liters of boot space. You should be able to fit a small full-size helmet, or open face helmets will fit here comfortably. You also get illumination right here. Besides this, the TVS N-Torq has a 20-liter boot space, just for your reference. And besides this, you also get some storage space in the front. You have these nice holders right here. Also, they are very deep, so you can store your wallet, your phone. And if you wish to charge your phone, you have this Type A USB port, which can be used to charge your phones or other devices. And if you don't want to use it, you can just shove it in like this, and it can be well hidden. Now let's take a look at the button layout. Hero says that this is a new gen button layout, and the new scooters will come with this button layout. You have the headlamp controls right here. The pass switch is right here. This is for the turn indicators. This is the horn. This is what the horn sounds like. On this side, you have the I3S control and the ignition switch. There's no kill switch on the scooter. Also, you don't get hazard lamps on the scooter. Let's take a look at the instrument console now. And as you can see, you get an LCD right here. And these two panels, if you notice, they are different. This one, because this is dynamic and you will have all the information here like your trip meters. Then you also get Bluetooth connectivity and turn-by-turn navigation. You have the calendar as well. And you'll also get the average fuel economy and the range. And this will be your trip 1 and trip 2. On this side, you have the fuel gauge, the clock, and you have the odometer. The speedometer is right here. The legibility of this side of the screen is very nice. In bright sunlight, you can see this very clearly. But on this side, it's a little dimmer, it's lighter. And in my opinion, since Hero was making an all new scooter, they could have given us color screen display with proper navigation. This gets only turn by turn navigation. Also, you have all the telltale lights right here. You'll also get the side stand warning and the headlamp. The reserve fuel light is right here, the turn indicator, and I3S if it's on or off. You also get auto cut off if the side stand is engaged, and if I do that, the scooter will switch itself off. You get this short stock for a mirror, and in my opinion, this could have been better. When I was riding, I was still struggling to see what's coming from behind. I had to adjust the mirrors quite a few times to get the right visibility. So this stock could have been a little longer and made the mirrors come out a little bit so you have better visibility. Now let's take a look at the ergonomics of the scooter. Now the seat height is 770 mm. My height for reference is 5'9", and I'm very comfortable on the scooter. Shorter riders who are 5'5", 5'6" will also be very comfortable. And if you can see the footboard area, if I keep my feet here, I have a lot of space. I'm wearing proper riding boots and they're large, so I still have a lot of space here and it's very comfortable. But if I place a bag here, I might not have a lot of space. But other than that, good accessibility to these pockets right here. You also have a hook right here to hang your luggage, your backpacks, or your grocery. Also, the handlebar is nicely placed. The position is nice. The handlebar does not foul with my knee, and I am seated very comfortably. And this is a very comfortable riding position for any height. Now, the larger wheels allow the scooter to get a ground clearance of 164 mm, and you should be able to tackle those lousy speed bumps that you get on our roads, on our city roads. The bigger speed bumps, you should be able to cross them very comfortably. Now, as compared to the TVS N-Torq, which is the primary rival to the Xoom 125, this scooter gets 14-inch wheels, which are nice, bigger, make the ride a little better. You also get sequential turn indicators on this scooter, which is a segment first. The N-Torq doesn't get it. And the fuel lid, you get a buzzer if it's left open. Well, the N-Torq, on the other hand, does get a lot of features on its instrument console. You have a Bluetooth connectivity there as well, but you get call, answer, and reject, music controls. You also get voice assistant on the N-Torq, which the scooter does not get. The N-Torq also gets an engine kill switch, which the scooter lacks. Finally, the N-Torq also gets multiple driving modes. You have a lap timer on that scooter as well, which again, the scooter does not get. So overall, in terms of the design of the Xoom 125, it does look really nice in my opinion. It has good street presence. The bigger wheels give it a nice sporty look. And if you are riding this around, people are going to turn around and take a second look at the scooter. Now, before we speak about the performance of the scooter, let's take a listen at the exhaust note. So that's what the Xoom 125 sounds like. Let us know what do you think in the comments, and do you think if the N-Torq is better sounding than this, because that one has a much more bassy note on it and I feel that sounds better than the Xoom. Now, speaking about numbers, this scooter is powered by a 124.6cc engine that puts out 9.8 PS of power at 7,250 RPM and 10.4 Newton meters of torque at 6,000 RPM. In comparison to the N-Torq is a little less powerful at 9.5 PS. However, it produces 0.1 Newton meter more torque than the Xoom 125. In terms of weight, this scooter weighs 121 kgs, The N-Torq is lighter at 118 kgs because the N-Torq has smaller wheels. This has larger 14-inch wheels. However, the acceleration on the Xoom 125 is quicker. The 0 to 60 is done in just 7.6 seconds, while on the N-Torq it's close to 9 seconds. So this one has a little bit of an edge. Now, on to the performance of the Xoom 125. Like Hero claims, it can do a 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds. In my experience, when I was trying to push the throttle, push the scooter, it does go from 0 to 50 very quickly, but after that it feels a little sluggish and it does not feel as sporty as you would expect it to be. And I took the scooter all the way to 95 kmph, but the journey from 60 to 95, the scooter did take a lot of time getting there. Now I was able to do 95 kmph, but maybe a lighter rider with a longer road, you might be able to go up to 9800 kmph as well. Now let's talk about the ride handling and the ride quality. Now firstly, this has the longest wheelbase, 1311 mm, and you get 14-inch wheels which give it a stable ride. Because the wheels are larger, bigger, it does handle those potholes much better than any other scooter with a 12-inch wheel would. And that's why the ride is not very unsettling. Now this is supposed to be a sporty scooter, and that's why the suspension setup is on a stiffer side compared to the Hero Destiny, but it is not at all unsettling. You will be able to glide over rough patches very easily, very smoothly, and you won't feel any undulations while you're riding fast as well. The speed bumps, the potholes are taken care of very nicely by the scooter. I also took some fast corners within the city, and it does give a lot of confidence. It's pretty reassuring because of the longer wheelbase and the bigger tires. The tires also are very nice. They give a decent amount of grip, and there was no scraping at all. The side stand, the side body panels were not scraping. So overall, if you want to have some fun with the scooter, you can do that as well. Now, in terms of braking, the scooter comes with a 200 mm pedal disc brake at the front on the top variant. The braking was sufficient in my opinion in the city riding. On the highways also it will be quite sufficient, but given the nature of the scooter, Hero is trying to sell this as a sporty scooter. I would have liked better bite on the brakes. It could have been a little bit better. Now, in terms of fuel efficiency, Hero claims that this scooter can deliver up to 42 kmpl, but you need to understand that this is tuned for sporty performance and you should not expect a very big fuel efficiency number. So in my opinion, you should get anywhere between 35 to 40 with the scooter. But if you're looking for a scooter that is more fuel efficient, you can look at the Destiny 125, the Axis, the Honda Activa, or the TVS Jupiter 125. Comparing this to the N-Torq claimed fuel efficiency is 48, but even on that scooter, you get anywhere between 37 to 42 kmpl. So both these scooters are meant for performance. They are sporty in nature. You should not expect a very good fuel efficiency number. Now let's talk about the variants. This scooter comes in two variants, the VX and the ZX. This one right here is the ZX top end and it is fully loaded. The VX does miss out on a few features. The first one, it will not get the pedal disc brake at the front. The VX also misses out on the sequential turn indicators. It will miss out on this storage space. The USB port will also not be there. And the start button is illuminated on the ZX. The VX does not get illumination there. And you will not get turn-by-turn navigation. And you will also miss out on the boot lamp. In terms of colors, the ZX is available in 4 colors. The red that you see in the video. You also have a blue, a gray, and a yellow. On the VX, you will get only 2 colors, which is the blue and the gray. Now, in terms of pricing, the Xoom VX will cost you 87,000 ex showroom, while the ZX variant will be 93,000 ex showroom. As compared to the N-Torq is much more expensive than this one. It starts at 96,000 ex showroom for the base variant, but that base variant does come with a disc brake, and it goes up to 1.11 lakh for the race XP variant. So in terms of overall value, if you compare it to the TVS N-Torq as well, this one comes across as a well put together product because you get a very nice design, good street presence, you get 14-inch wheels, and you get some features that are not available on other scooters like the sequential turn indicators. But if you want more features, then you will also have to pay that extra buck for it and go for the TVS N-Torq. Overall, this is a good or value product, and if you want something that looks different, stands out from the crowd, has a nice design, you can definitely look at the Hero Xoom 125. Let us know what you think of the scooter, and I hope I was able to answer all your questions. If you have any more questions, put them down in the comments below. Subscribe to Motoroids if you haven't already. Press that bell icon so that you get notified whenever we upload our next video. This is Vipul signing off. I will see you in the next one. Until then, rev hard, rev free, and ride safe.